What's up everybody, it's Priyon Joni. So today we're going to take a look at Pioneer DJ's brand new ultra entry-level smart DJ controller, the DDJ-200. So unlike previous entry-level controllers from Pioneer DJ, the most recent being the DDJ-SB3 and the DDJ-400, this brand new DDJ-200 is actually marketed towards kids and young teenagers. Because one of the things that we discover when we look around the world with young people is that a lot of people don't necessarily have a computer or a laptop at home that they can use a DJ controller with. However, almost everyone has a smartphone. So the way the DDJ-200 works is that it's completely a controller-only device, meaning there is no built-in sound card. If you look back here, there is no RCA outputs. The sound actually comes directly from your iPhone, which is paired to the controller via Bluetooth. The software application I'm using here is called DJ. It's a brand new application from Pioneer DJ meant to be used with your mobile device. So the DDJ-200 is smaller than previous entry-level controllers. It does have touch capacitive jog wheels. It's very similar to the DDJ-400, but just a little tiny bit smaller to fit this platform. Now the controls on the DDJ-200 is a lot more minimalistic. If you notice, there's no specific loop buttons, there's no effects buttons, because all those controls are controlled inside DJ. Like changing the functions of the performance pads can be done in the software. So if I wanted pad effects, wanted my loop controls, and my hot cues. The mixer section, it has 3-band EQ and high pass and low pass filters, just like on a professional mixer. It does not have trim knobs on the top, but the auto gain takes care of a lot of that. The crossfader feels a lot like the ones you would find on the entry-level controllers. Stable enough to scratch on. Something I noticed was that the channel faders actually have more tension on them. So being such a small controller, you want to make sure that this thing is on a really stable tabletop so that it doesn't slide around, since you got more tension on the faders. Now the type of knobs that they're using here are not the locking knobs that you find on a lot of the other Pioneer mixers and Pioneer DJ controllers. They actually just come right off. But they're pretty tight on there. I don't see myself actually making this thing fly off anywhere. What's really cool as well is that the tempo sliders are longer. I believe they're the same length as the DDJ-400, and that means it's longer than the DDJ-SB3. They do have a little bit more tension as well, which for me I like because it's easier to zero in on the specific value. One of the things I like is the fact that the sync button is kind of away from everything, and to turn it on, you press it on. To turn it off, you just press it again. On some other controllers, you have to hold shift and click the sync button to turn it off, and you have to do it on both decks. This is pretty simple. It's either on or it's off. It's really fast if you accidentally hit it on and you don't really know how to use it. So about the performance pads, they are not rubberized, they're actually plastic. So they're a lot smaller than what you would find on the professional controllers like the SX3 or the DDJ-1000. And I'm not absolutely sure. They could be about the same size as the DDJ-400 or slightly smaller. But they're pretty comfortable to use. I wouldn't do anything crazy on them since they are plastic, but I don't see you breaking them if you're using them moderately. They seem to have a similar click as the Q and the play button. So the way the audio actually works is that you can actually have a stereo output going to your main speakers from your phone, or you can use the included adapter and set the audio to split output. Not sure if you can see that. But what that does is that by using this adapter, it turns the audio signal to mono, and it splits it so that you can have one side use your headphones on, and the other side will output to the mains. Now, everything's going to be in mono when you use the split output. So if you're going for recording something high quality, I would opt out of using headphones. If you're just doing a simple mix, you're using the sync button, or you're just mixing using the tempo display, I would just go for the higher quality sound of having it in stereo. Okay, so now let's try out how it sounds when we mix two songs together. And as I go through this mix, I'm gonna actually try out some of the pad effects just to see how they sound. So here we go.
Say boom shaka back and everybody up rock. Boom shaka back and everybody up rock. Say boom shaka back and everybody up rock. Say boom shaka back and everybody up rock. Say boom shaka back and everybody up rock. Boom shaka back and everybody 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 boom. Say boom shaka back and everybody up rock. No.
All right, yeah, so it took me a little bit of getting used to get that little transition going because it is a smaller platform. Really important to have a stable tabletop, like since the rubber feet need to be secure onto there. So when the DDJ-200 was first announced online, one of the big concerns for a lot of folks was how's the latency since it is running through Bluetooth. If you know anything about Bluetooth, there is a lag when you're listening to audio, and how does that affect the response time of the jog wheels? Well, in actuality, the Bluetooth being used here is not sending or receiving audio data. It's sending and receiving MIDI signals. And because it's doing only MIDI signals, it's pretty low latency. I'm usually sensitive to scratching when it's over 5 milliseconds, and I have no problem scratching here and getting my chirps just right. So yeah, Transformers, forwards, even crabs. So I really do like this minimalistic design where all the controls are actually on the mobile device because it's not confusing and it's not too cluttered despite being a lot smaller. So like I said, the target user for the DDJ-200 is not the professional user or the semi-professional or even the professional who needs a portable rig. This is targeted towards kids, whether they're young or they're teenagers, that don't necessarily have a laptop but want to get into DJing. It's not a huge investment. It's actually $150 for this controller, and most kids today do have a smartphone or an iPad at home. If you're a parent and you have a kid that's interested in DJing, but you're not quite ready to make that big investment in getting them really expensive gear, this is a great start. Because most kids already have their own music that they probably want to play, and it's more than likely loaded on their phone. So half the work's already done, all you need is the controller portion. With all other controllers, you either need a laptop computer, or in the case of an all-in-one like an XDJ RX2 or an XDJ RR, where it doesn't need a computer, it's still kind of a big investment for something you're just trying out. And the other cool thing about it, you could practically take this everywhere. You don't even need a big sound system because if I unplug the phone, I can still hear the music come out of the phone. I could practice in my room, and you know, for some parents, they don't need to be bumping it loud to be able to practice while they're at home. So here's another cool thing I discovered. So I have a power brick over here, and I wanted to see how off the grid I can actually take the DDJ-200. So we're gonna plug it into the power brick and turn it on, and it's on. And then we're gonna go into settings and reconnect the DDJ-200. And now it's connected, and it's completely unplugged to anything on the wall, and it still works the way it's supposed to work. So I could totally take this to the park, practice in my car, or have headphones and just be practicing at the library. I mean, but everyone's gonna be hearing all the clicking. But it's cool because it is ultra portable. Another thing I noticed is that when you're using an iPhone, a lot of the controls are, you know, a little hard to read because your screen is only so big. I would think that it is more comfortable if we were using a bigger iPad. And something that I took as advice from Phil Morse from Digital DJ Tips is it's actually easier to have the phone over here, closer to you, than it is to have it over there where you have to reach. Because you will be using the touchscreen a lot since some of the controls are on the screen. So what else can I do with the DDJ-200? Can I do the Rock the Bells routine? What about the Let Me Clear My Throat routine? So yeah, I guess that's it. Wait, I think I'm forgetting a routine. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Oh wait, I got it. So yeah, guys, this is the DDJ-200 from Pioneer DJ. It's called a smart DJ controller, ultra entry level. Oh, and a couple other things that is worthy of mentioning is in the Wii DJ software, you also have the option of streaming music from Beatport or SoundCloud using the Beatport link. So I think you need a subscription to be able to do that. Now, Wii DJ is not the only software that this controller uses. You can use this with a laptop. One of the applications you can use is Algorithm's DJ software, which also allows you to stream from Spotify. And of course, it also works with Pioneer DJ's computer-based DJ software, which is Rekordbox DJ. And of course, like I said earlier, since this does not utilize a built-in sound card, you will be using the output from your computer if you use Rekordbox DJ. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this demonstration of the DDJ-200. I'm gonna do a couple more videos on it, see how many weird places I can take this to because of its ultra portability. Before I hand this off to the permanent owner of this DDJ-200, which is my friend's daughter. Her name is Trinity, she's 5 years old. Now, if you got any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. And if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button. And if it's your first time here and you found this video useful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that little bell icon so you get a notification the next time I upload a video. All right, guys, it was fun. Thanks for watching.